Hello and welcome, Pauleh here, and you are joining me as I start my adventure in Skyrim with mods. And let's get to it, shall we? This will be a little bit different than what you're used to. Certainly different than what I'm used to. What I plan on doing with this series is crafting my own unique storyline as I go. I already have some ideas in my head on how I want it to be, and I will try my best to act out that character. I will be mixing in roleplay with commentary, because I'm not the best role player in the world and I can't do it non-stop per video. I will try and do a little bit of light roleplay whenever I can, make things in-game make sense in terms of what my actions are and why I'm doing things, and I will be mixing that in with my regular commentary that you're used to when I play other games. Now, it's important to note that I do have mods on here, and if you want to know what mods I'm using, just check out the link in the description of this video. But a couple I will point out: the combat in this is a lot harder, as I have a few mods that enhance combat, and one of the most important mods I've got is ones that make the game a little bit more immersive, in the sense that my character will struggle to survive. So my character will need to eat, drink and sleep. He'll also have to manage diseases, because diseases are a lot more dangerous than in vanilla. There is also a mod that affects the temperature, so my character can get cold, and if he gets too cold he can die. So there's a lot of different survival aspects now, which are pretty important. And the character I'll be playing as is this fella, Uriel Ventris, an Imperial, a hunter who's travelled down to Whiterun with his friend Lucky, who's a Nord. Although Lucky isn't around at the moment, we'll find out why soon. But how about we start our adventure, eh? I figured it's about time I made a start on this hunting journal. I'm currently sat outside Whiterun waiting for the guards to let me in. The guards must think I'm a bandit, because this is taking a long bloody time. I suppose the guards are just doing their job. Last thing Whiterun needs is a bandit or two slipping in and opening the gate in the dead of night for their murderous kin. Still no sign of Lucky, and this was his idea to come to Whiterun for this Hunters Guild. The guard's waving me through at last, so I guess I'll wait for Lucky in the local tavern. A chapter out of Uriel's journal. Now Uriel's been waved in at last, he's going to go ahead, enter Whiterun, get situated. It's worth pointing out that these lands are heavily infested with bandits. It's going to be very dangerous to travel out there, although he will have to, because he's a hunter. That's his profession. And if he don't hunt, he doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep. At least not comfortably anyway. He doesn't drink, and yeah, it just won't go well for him. Now he's travelled to Whiterun with his friend Lucky to join a Hunters Guild that was supposed to be forming. And the Hunters Guild is a pretty good idea for hunters, so it's worthwhile for him to go check it out. Now he was told that this Hunters Guild is going to be set up in the Hunters Tavern, which I believe is called the Drunken Huntsman. So I think this is going to be a good place for Uriel to start. Now Uriel's
got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Interesting character. So Uriel is currently equipped with a hunting bow, some arrows, and a steel dagger. He's ready.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
Let's have a chat with the
Hagraven or
owner.
Horker, it matters not. We've got the... So what can I get you?
I heard this is the home of the hunting guild. Yes it is. Head on downstairs. There's a journal on the table ready for you to read. Okay.
Thank you very much for your
Seems like a
business.
plan. Now here's the question, which is the correct door? That's not it. Is it this one? Here we go. So this is the hunting guild. Let's have a look. Well, it appears to be still under construction. Seems workers are down here building, fair enough. Alright, let's have a look at this journal. Notice to all hunters. Hunting in Skyrim is about to become a big business. Keeping the traditional feeling of the hunts and living off the land, I've decided to create something special. Here will be a hunting guild, the first of its kind in all of Tamriel. Once complete, we will have a place to trade, swap stories, earn a real living and make a name for ourselves. Jarls, generals, and people of all trades will call upon us to collect their much-needed meats and pelts, as well as rid the lands of terrible beasts. Remember the tale of great bears of the Reach? How would you like to be paid to hunt such legendary creatures? The wait will soon be over, brothers and sisters. Doesn't sound too bad. Sounds perfect for a aspiring hunter. I'm away making some arrangements, but there are already some tasks that need to be completed. If you do these things, fellow hunter, you will be rewarded and will be the first real member of our fantastic guild. Number 1. A large wolf has been causing problems for the fair people of Riverwood. It was last seen near the southeast entrance of the town. Your job is to take it down. Simple enough, and it's actually not too far away from here. A group of giant mud crabs have made their shrine, the shrine of Zenithar their home. Remove them. Now mud crabs are really easy just because they're very slow. Could easily take them out with a bow and arrow from a distance, or even a dagger up close if necessary, but probably stick with archery. Elberans, the hunting guild porter, has been tasked by the local traders to bring in some wolf pelts and deer or elk hides. It would be great if these could be collected also. Take this note to accept the hunt. We will have lots to do upon my return. Okay, well since I'm the first one here, I guess I'll take that. Now Uriel's currently waiting for Lucky. Lucky is his hunting companion, he's a Nord. And he's off somewhere at the moment, hasn't quite rendezvoused at Whiterun yet, but hopefully Uriel will run into him soon. Now I could have a quick look at the prices,
Got something for just about everybody.
or we can get
here.
straight out
Give
there.
a holler if you have any questions.
Now the problem is that Uriel isn't really equipped. Although while he was waiting by the gate, he did hear some ruckus with the guards down the front. Heard some word of bandits.
You're no stranger to the wilds. I'm sure.
So there might be something down there worth checking out. Question is, do we head down there first, or do we hit the local tavern and wait for Lucky? Visiting a tavern is very tempting. Probably wouldn't hurt to go have a look at least. Then again, it's still fairly early in the day. I could probably go and hunt that great wolf by Riverwood if I left now. It's only midday, I think we might go do that. Got my bow ready. We'll have to be very careful though. We'll have to be very, very careful.
Safe, I hope.
As I said, the land is filled with bandits. Now, Uriel isn't much of a fighter. He doesn't want to fight other humans, other Argonians, other Khajiits, you know, he doesn't want to do any of that. He just wants to live his life and hunt. He doesn't want to bring harm to others. However, if he has to defend himself, he will. But if he can avoid a fight, he certainly will avoid it if possible. Now, as you can see here, these really aren't the clothes for hunting in. Should also point out, as I'll be playing this, I'm going to go for a realistic weight amount on this character, so we're not going to be carrying lots and lots of things, but we'll see. Okay, it's as I expected. The guards were fighting with these bandits. The bandits are dead. Probably wouldn't hurt if I take what I can. Are any guards looking? There's a guard looking, but people come through all the time, scavenging off the dead. No point letting good steel go to waste. In fact, these guys have got some money on them. Let's have a look. A few lockpicks probably wouldn't hurt to carry around. What else is there? This bandit looks more my size. Guess we can take what he's got. There is a small sword here. Probably wouldn't hurt to take as well, in case I need to defend myself. Let's have a look. So we picked up some fur armor. That's more like it. The small sword will be good to have just in case of trouble from bandits. But with that done, we are ready to go out and hunt. Now, ooh, one more here. An archer. Ooh, very nice. We can take his arrows. Let's quickly hop over this wall. Let's go and find where we need to go. So our first task was to find that wolf, which was down at Whiterun. So we can make our way there. Now, as I said, I'm going to want to try and avoid any danger, but the land's really infested. No one knows why. All of a sudden the bandits have decided to band together and organise. Maybe someone's rallying them, we don't know. Either way, let's go to Whiterun. I feel bad looting from all these bodies, but a lot of useful wares here. Hate for it to go to waste. Studded armor would probably be better for me to use rather than my fur armor. Then again, where I go it might get a bit chillier. We'll keep the fur armor for now. I can always craft my own later if necessary. Wow, Whiterun is a bad place. All these poor people. Uriel's not sure what to do at the moment. There's things of value on these bodies of the innocent, and if he doesn't take it, someone will probably come by and take it instead. What does he do? think for now he'll just take it. There's a little bit of food. It's fairly fresh. He has to remind himself that he does need to survive. These are dangerous lands, dangerous times. You must do what you have to. He just won't hurt any innocents, in fact. At the very least, he can move the bodies off the road. When someone comes by and collects them. This one's pretty heavy. I'm just going to point out that despite what name tags say, I'm not going to know who's who. This poor fellow. He had some gold and jewels. Can't really let it go to waste. Move him away in case the mud crabs turn up. But yeah, even though I can see name tags, I'm not going to meta game basically, or god mod, whatever you like to call it. I won't know. I don't know who these people are, even though one's clearly a bandit. But she doesn't look it, so that's how we're going to roll. The sun's still high in the sky, so I've got a bit of time. Uriel's moved the bodies off the road at the very least so they don't get trampled or digested by mud crabs.
See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man. He has good stock.
I have to be careful as I travel. Roads are very dangerous. Everything looks clear. Prisoners from the war. Uriel knows Lucky would hate this scene. He absolutely detests Imperials. Although Uriel and Lucky have some history, so they're best of friends. But Uriel's the exception here. I do apologise if I switch between third person and first person when I talk, because it's kind of tricky role playing like this. I'm not the best, so it's certainly an interesting experience. Freezes in place for a moment, spying a figure dressed in black up ahead. Not many folks wear black robes, with the exception of necromancers, so keeping distance may be the best course of action here. Maybe there's another way around, or at least get closer to have a look. Uriel probably wouldn't fare very well against magic. Town of Riverwood's ahead. Oh, a wolf. The wolf spotted him before he could spot it. Now he has to be very quick with his shots or draw his blade, as the wolf is very fast. We can at least wound the beast. He'll have a better chance of taking it down close quarters. Going toe to toe with a wolf is not a good idea, regardless of how skilled you are. Direct hit. High ground serving its purpose. The wolf is quick. Kill shots. With the wolf brought down, we can grab the pelt and meat. Always good. And from here we can make our way to Riverrun. Riverrun even. To be continued.